Well, fishers, look, seriously, you'd have to be really keen to be out here in this weather. Look, as I'm doing this report right at this very moment, seriously, it's that windy you blow a wombat out of a hole. It's really, really bad out there. But it's been like it most of the week. So as you can imagine, the reports haven't been flowing in thick and fast. Doesn't look too bad for the weekend. No promises, guarantees, obviously. But look, we do expect a bit of activity. Last weekend was a pretty darn good weekend down at Dartmouth. The conditions were great, the fishing was good. Most blokes are getting their 3 or 4, up to about half a dozen, probably the best one I heard of, just flatline trolling at Dart. So it wasn't too bad. Consistently have been running right down the back end of the dam and sort of doing okay there, but things are spreading out a bit and the condition of the fish is not too bad. The Victorian streams open on the 7th of September, which is the first full weekend in September, which is the 7th, I suppose, is the first full weekend. It's the weekend after Father's Day, and all the Vic streams are opened up, so yeah, get stuck into them and start chasing some trout, and they will be good, I can assure you of that. Got a couple of reports from the Hume Weir. One gentleman got a cod and about half a dozen good size reddies fishing off a bit of structure. Trolled a nice trout about a bit over 50 centimetres, but it's good condition, it was £5. But that was the best report I heard of there too, so a little bit of action. Plenty of cod getting caught in the Upper Murray. I don't mention that one very often, but we still got another couple of weeks before the cod season closure, so it's worth getting into them up there too. Flicking spinnerbaits around most consistently. Also, Moala, not too bad. Like, again, you wouldn't fish it this week because it's too blowy, but when you get good conditions down there, they're getting a few out of it. It's worth the effort. Murrumbidgee River around Wagga, plenty of crays still. Crays have been fantastic this year, it's been really good. Few cod getting caught, not going crazy or anything like that, but getting the odd few bait fishing. Our chicken hits baits really creaming them out there. I mean, it's really strong, powerful stuff, and it seems to be very consistent. So go and chuck a bit of that in and you'll do well. Bit of a comp on out at Hilson this weekend, hook, line and sinker comp. Quite a few people heading out that way. Getting some good reports from Blowering. They're not consistent, but fishing off the bank with yabbies seems to be better than anything up there at the moment. We're pretty happy with that. Also getting a few on the troll, not too bad, definitely worth the effort. And of course the old swim bait scenario, the mumbler chatterbait. We'll call them chumblers, we'll use that as their official name. Our chumblers are working really well, especially the big 8-inch plastic ones, 1 ounce in particular, doing quite nicely up there at the moment. Eucabean, off the bank with bait, yeah, definitely worth the effort at the moment. Scrubworms and power bait, pretty darn hard to beat. Same goes with Jindabyne. Haven't had a report from Tantanga, and it might even be closed off, I don't know, to get in there. I'm not too sure, I haven't heard anything about that, but come the long weekend, you'll be able to get in the back way again, and that's how you'll be able to get into Tantanga all the time, and it should be okay. So we'll get some rundowns on that a bit later on. Wangler, yeah, getting some reasonable reports. I have had a few reports from a couple of blokes that have been telling me it's going crazy, but I honestly doubt it's going crazy, but they are catching a few cod out of it and a few yellers. Off the bank with bait's good, and also trolling's pretty productive. Trolling with big spinnerbait to Wangler is one of the most consistent. Burrinjuck Dam, happy days. The Greg Whitehead challenge was on last weekend. There was a reasonable amount of yellowbelly caught. Didn't go crazy or anything like that. There was a cod, or the biggest cod, caught was about 96. Again, don't quote me exactly. But there was a few yellows up around the 52, 54, and they were caught up a good Digby arm and also down around Little Scrubby. So, look, there's a bit of activity pretty well all around us. And just want to get a bit of good weather. That will kick things into gear pretty well, I'm pretty sure of it. A little bit of warm weather will help, but the daylight hours are getting longer and things look really promising. If you need a report on any other areas, because we get reports from everywhere, give us a tingle at the shop. Can't cover them all on this, and this is a complete English report for this week. We'll catch you next week.